Hi, I'm Christine Persichetti. A fallen hero is giving the gift of life even after his death. New York City firefighter Billy Moon passed away last December. But as an organ donor, Billy is continuing to help others. And now his wife, Christina, is carrying on his mission. Currents News' Katie Vasquez reports from Islip, Long Island.
I would say he's a big personality. You know, he was 6'4", so you couldn't miss him when he walked into a room to begin with. He loved laughing, he loved having a good time.
In her Long Island home, Christina Moon fondly remembers her fallen husband, Billy.
So right here are his two city fire department helmets.
The New York City firefighter died tragically during a training exercise at his Brooklyn firehouse in December.
You know, it's a phone call you hope you never have to get.
Billy was committed to saving lives, even choosing to do so after his death. He was a proud organ donor, and he often encouraged others to do the same.
He came up to me and he's like, "Are you an organ donor?" And I looked at him, I go, I don't think it's on my license, but I would. And he was very passionate about, well, why not? You know, it just seems like, in his words, a no-brainer.
His heart, lungs, kidney, and liver were all donated to 5 people on waiting lists. One of them was Terrence Jordan. Less than a year ago, the former FDNY lieutenant could barely leave his couch without getting winded. Terrence had been a 9/11 first responder, the toxic dust of that day eventually leading to him needing a double lung transplant.
The pulmonologist had told me, don't get your hopes up.
And just as Terrence had started to lose hope, he got some help from a guardian angel.
One guy did a very unselfish act, and he happens to be a brother firefighter. Saved my life.
A lot of power.
Former FDNY captain Patrick Reynolds is also grateful for Billy's sacrifice.
I was a recipient of Billy Moon's liver.
Patrick had a genetic ailment that caused cirrhosis. His entire family wasn't a match, but Billy was.
Every day you wake up is because somebody made an extreme sacrifice.
Now Christina is carrying on her husband's message about the benefits of organ donation. She's created the Billy Moon Foundation and encourages others to share that life-saving gift once they're gone.
You know, when tragedy strikes, you kind of redefine your purpose a little bit, and it really, sharing his story is important.
Because while Billy's life may have ended too soon, Christina knows he's smiling down from heaven after having helped others for one final time.
Really makes you think that miracles happen and everything happens for a reason.
In Islip, Katie Vasquez, Currents News.
Mayor Eric Adams has a new plan to stop the influx of migrants coming to New York City. His administration will hand out flyers at the southern border to discourage migrants from coming to the Big Apple, citing the high cost of living. Yesterday, he announced that he plans to evict single adult migrants to make room for asylum seekers with children. Nearly 55,000 migrants are already in city shelters. Meanwhile, bishops in Texas are outraged over reports that some troopers at the Mexican border were ordered to push migrants back into the Rio Grande and deny them drinking water. Archbishop Gustavo Garcia Siller of San Antonio called anyone who denies water to the thirsty a killer. The Texas Department of Public Safety is investigating the allegations. New Jersey is suing over New York City's congestion pricing plan. Governor Phil Murphy says the Federal Highway Administration didn't take into account the environmental impact to communities in his state when it greenlit the plan. The lawsuit comes as crews began installing tolling infrastructure on 60th Street and West End Avenue in Manhattan. The toll is expected to go into effect next spring. For subway commuters in New York City, there are some big changes below ground. Fares are going up soon, and now the MTA is tracking fare beaters. The agency says it started quietly adding AI technology to 7 unnamed stations in May to look for those who skipped the fare. The new technology counts how many people are not paying without identifying the individuals. Last year, the MTA lost an estimated $690 million from fare evasion. AI is also being used for the Good Book. The tech is helping translate the Bible into rare languages by providing quality control services such as spell checking. The researchers in charge of the project, who are not Catholic but Christians, say they don't think AI can replace a human translator, but it can provide a supporting role. For Catholics, translations of the Bible must be approved by the Vatican. We are less than 2 weeks away from World Youth Day. The excitement is building and the fundraising is ongoing. We caught up with a youth group in Italy who is still raising money for their pilgrimage to Portugal.
Se tendrá en Portugal.
Thousands of young people from all over the world are expected to travel to Portugal for World Youth Day. Among them, Maria Balterra from Rome.
I'm very excited. It is my first time and I've heard many things about it. I'm 21 years old and I haven't gone yet.
A big contingent of pilgrims are coming from Italy. They're almost ready for the pilgrimage. They just need the money to pay for it. Maria tells us how she and the other young people from the Roman parish of St. Thomas More plan to raise money.
Among these activities, we will hold an open-air cinema now that the good weather is coming and that everyone can contribute whatever they want at the entrance. Also, for the Feast of St. Thomas More, we will organize a dinner for the whole community. It will be a way to raise money for our pilgrimage.
For Alexia, this will be her second pilgrimage. She was at World Youth Day in Krakow in 2016.
It was very nice to see all these young people. I remember that I was not confident in what I was going to do, but then what filled me up so much was being accepted by the rest of the group.
There are other groups that take this trip very seriously. The musical group Gen Verde even prepared a song.
I participated in 2 World Youth Days. The last one was in Panama. The atmosphere was very beautiful. There was an incredible sense of universality.
And there's still time for you to go to World Youth Day. Just go to lisboa2023.org/EN for the English version of the site. The register button will be in the upper right-hand corner. And finally tonight, legendary singer Tony Bennett has passed away. Bennett was 96 years old, just 2 weeks short of his birthday. He was born in Astoria, Queens, and was raised Christian. The crooner won 19 Grammys and 2 Emmys throughout his career. He was diagnosed with Alzheimer's in 2016, but with the encouragement of his doctors, he kept doing what he loved best, singing, and he will be missed. That is this Currents News Update. I'm Christine Persichetti. Thank you for joining us because we are putting your faith in the news. Hope to see you again next time.